Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect, where in the previous episode we got the protective custody area done, and as you can see we have the canteen and common room as well as all of the cells furnished. Also, when you mouse over the bookshelf you can now see it has this highlight. That's because it fulfills literacy needs in and around the immediate area, which is quite good. In this episode what I want to do is check out to see if people actually get fed, because for whatever reason it didn't happen in the previous one, and we'll see how we crack on there. It looks like these sadly are still cooking, and I don't know if they're going to get placed on here enough. We might, and I think we will probably have to get some more cooks, but anyway, we'll see how we get on that one. And we want to get some more building done, specifically down the bottom left where we have the planned out area for a workshop. Now what I want to do is plan it off and then begin construction. However, that will require two things. Firstly, some more power, which is going to mean that this building needs to be built, and secondly, money, which also ties into the first thing. So yes, we can either get a extra bank loan, which I'm not too keen on because that will then put us into minuses, or we can sell some of our shares soon, because you can see we've got a recent death, and I think that's probably what we will end up doing. You can see that there are 50 prisoners that say they are well fed. This is good. However, the main issue is that obviously we now only have one eat time, and one eat time is generally not a great thing. The other option is that we can have a lock up there and lock up there. That will increase our punishment, but and then having the food in the middle. That's probably a better idea. Let me do that. Lock up, and then eat. Like that. Let's see if that, throughout this episode, works. Obviously, the well-fed thing is good. We're going to do a tunnel search because, quite frankly, we probably have a lot of tunnels in this place. It does say we have a total of 78 capacity, although where is it? It says protective capacity is 8, although protected, have you noticed that protected capacity is 8? That's now in the wrong colour. Supermax is the dark red and protective custody is yellow, but on that it says shared capacity 70 in white. Fine. Protective dark red? I have no idea. Anyway, intelligence informants. Already a confidential informant. I was going to say maybe there can be a confidential informant. We're going to do a cheeky shakedown. We have another couple of hours. We can probably get most of this search. That will obviously give us some money too, which is good. I do want to get some more guards, but this stage is probably not great. Now I can sell some shares, but that'll only give me 15 grand, which is not a lot at all, but I guess it's really all we can do. So let me I'll wait until the shakedowns finish. That will probably be the way forward. We have a prisoner released there. It doesn't say that they have been paroled, it's just released, so see you later and gone. Just want to double check. Yes, so prisoners well fed, not there, but if we check grading, health, no. Double checking to see, yes, they're 5% of well fed. So health eventually should increase because of that. And now what is the CEO? The board has decided to experiment with a number of cost-saving measures across our facilities, and your prisoners being included. Great. We need you to reduce the meal quantity and meal variation policies in your prison to low so we can see the effect it has on overall budgets. So the thing we wanted to do it is now specifically told us we shouldn't do. Thank you, game. Thank you. Not only we've already done this for 2 days to get a grant done, it's now specifically went against the original idea. Brilliant. Brilliant. You cannot make this up. So I've put eat time now for the I've put it back to normal. I'm going to stop this shakedown here. I've put it back to the normal setting for this. We've got 94 hours to go on that one. There's some prisoner intake too, which is good. Let me just check our intelligence informants. Some traits there, and ooh, a really nice shirt. Yeah, I like that. Daniel Doberlek and Oberlechner, I believe. Prisoner number 072389. Yes. They published an alleged English-Hungarian phrase book with an intent to cause public turmoil. Kidnapping. Maybe the librarian who dispensing it. Anyway, for whatever reason, they're wandering around this area. That just looks suspicious to me. They're complaining about literacy need. They might be complaining some more soon. No, I'm just being very suspicious. Anyway, so we will go ahead and change our... no dish, that's going down, that's fine. Right, sell shares. We get 15 grand, which is hopefully enough to build at least some of our area down here. So I'm just double checking the layout of this. This is where we've got our staff door there. Is that a staff door? It is a staff door. Staff door. This is where we're going to have our other power block. So they're going to work on that. And then we will go ahead and come run the power down and then into here. So, speaking of in here, the size of this thing is 24 by 9. I think the ideal is 12 by 24. So we're actually not far off the dimensions anyway. So let's just see how many things we can fit in. So tables across there, we can actually fit a full row of tables. We won't have any more than that then. So 3, actually I'm going to do that. So cancel, 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 and can't really fit another one in. So we could do that. Could have it like that. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, 15 in total, followed by, we need some, well, we don't need, but ideally we would like some more things in here. Let's see what I can do. Ideally we would like some areas for the carpentry table, but it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Unless we do that and then have that as a carpentry table. Something like that. Get the idea. I don't know if that's possible. We'll try it. You don't know until you know. Workshop. Oh. Prison labour is there. That was an object, wasn't it? That's why. Workshop. And metal detector straight away. So, this building is now in. We will go building brick, auto light, yes. Done. And let's see, let me prioritize that. And power. Across. And up. And then in here. Obviously a lot of money being spent here. It's just how it has to be. This is indoors. We don't strictly need it inside, I don't think, but it's generally what we do. That has been ordered, just waiting for the workers to come along. Obviously this outside bit here, even though it's probably... I was going to say shorter to go that way. It's probably not. It's better to go diagonally. Well, I guess they have to go around here. They're not using the pathways and it's really slow, so I'm going to open that up. And... yeah, mistakes have already been made. Rooms, cancel. Jackson. Search prisoner. So because I designated that as a workshop, it then started immediately being a dispensing point for tools and things like that. And because the metal detector wasn't up, it means anyone can go in there and nick things from it. So there you are. Anyway, still on our low quantity and low variety stuff. Doesn't look like the danger level is increasing, and the needs are not in the critical, well, nothing to speak of really. There's also a fairly big clothing need, and I'm not too sure why, but there you are. So this is being built. We've got an overdose there, but has been spotted, and they are going to be taken there. Yep, there, no problem. So, we will do a tunnel search tonight as well. I think that would be probably of some benefit. Looks like this building is now done. So, before we forget, deployment, staff only, set to staff only. Utilities, power station, and that. We'll run that into there. Put a capacitor there. And that means that then this is now all connected up. Excellent. There's another overdose. So we haven't found... I was going to say we haven't found what they've used, but it's inside of their body at this stage, which is a problem. Strangely, they're going that way. Oh, yes, because this isn't staff only. Yeah, it's because I have to go that way. Right, shakedown. Let's see what we can find. I was going to do a tunnel search, but this should hopefully find any tunnels if we... Ooh, is that a hammer? That was a hammer. Hang on a minute. Thrown in there, traded, moved around and in there. How on earth did they get it? Traded. Who's traded this with them then? Ah, that's why. That canteen has not been... When I built it, it's changed the designation from protective custody. So what's happened is that it's been thrown in and someone else has got it, and the people that have been working probably in the kitchen when they delivered food have delivered it to this canteen because that is technically shared. They could come through here and then done that way. But no, actually they can't because this is staff only. They can't get through. I don't know how that's been... I don't know how that's happened. I really don't. Anyway, that big ka-chunk noise signifies that our power station is now on. We just need to build the rest of it there, and then we will start placing the bits in here. In fact, I will probably do that... actually, I'll wait until this shakedown is finished. Currently -9 degrees. We found another little bit of a tunnel, which is something we sort of expected anyway. We'll remove that. The workshop... We will have to obviously do some training on, so we'll have to set that going. 3 normal prisoners will be arriving shortly. Almost finished our shakedown, but not quite. I will let it continue, I think. I will let it continue. You can see that these weight benches are being used, which is good, which means that hopefully health will increase. Currently it hasn't, but reoffending rate has gone down. Good. So that's fine. Don't need to open up those. That's set. That's okay. And you can see a lot of people have been brought here. We have 4 in solitary and 10 awaiting solitary because when we find stuff, we put them in solitary to try and increase that. Punishment. But I've just realised that you can see that even though we searched everything, there actually is a fairly decent supply of narcotics and tools and weapons and all that sort of thing. Anyway, informants, you can see we've got some potential CIs. More than happy to recruit some informants there. And wow, look at that. So that our protective custody prisoner has been put into solitary. Yeah, because they can be escorted there and back. I don't know if these doors are actually being used as well. There's a danger level going up. Interesting. Also, the eggs have just been... delivered there, but not in time. I am still of the opinion that we just need more chefs. The original idea, original intention was to have the prisoners work in here, so we only have to save, I think, 4 chefs in total. We have 4 chefs in total, yes. And then the prisoners work in here, they deliver the food, that sort of thing. Doesn't entirely work that way simply because of this canteen and the distances involved, and also the schedule that we keep. If we look at the schedule regime, rather, you can see the eat there, so that there's only 4 chefs working to make the food at that time. This one's not too bad because they can work for 4 hours before it, but yeah. Anyway, that person's randomly walking in there again, and I don't know why. Let me just speed up to close to max speed. I'm just waiting for that to be built. It does say in progress. That's to be built as well. But at least the power station is now in. So we will go ahead and just keep an eye on them. Confidential informant, yes. That says it's to be built. Just waiting for them to come along and do that. Although they are stuck at the front gate. Ah, I'm guessing then that basically we've been waiting all this time for them because of the sheer amount of people and prisoners that need to be escorted to and from the solitary area. Right, it's not working, that. I thought that might happen. So, has punishment been increased? Let's check. Let's check. Security high. Under our guard or suppressed and punishment. Maybe that has... Maybe it is working. Maybe it's worth keeping it. No, we'll keep it. In spite of the problems that may cause, we're going to keep it. I also noticed there's someone else wandered in there as well, which is interesting. Prioritise that, because, quite frankly, we need it. Don't know why it's not being built. I wonder if it's glitched out like it does so often. No, they're just stuck on the gate again. It's because of all the people that need to be escorted. Okay. 4 more guards. I think that's a worthy purchase. 7 still awaiting solitary. Yeah, most of the guards are just spending their time either patrolling open doors or doing this stuff here. Right. So, it looks like that is now connected up. And that sounds like violence to me. So, we have a fight. Wonder why. Snitch, yeah. They have been knocked out. You see their health there, very low. But did manage to have the right patrols involved around there, and also got some guard responses. So that's good. I will now set them to their correct designation of protective custody, which apparently shows us red now, and that should be okay. Right, so we're going to go over to rooms, and then we're going to go for a workshop, which will be placed in here, and then we will start placing some of the objects in. So the tables will go along the top here, like so. That is now placed, and then the workshop saws and presses. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we'll do is have the top 2 rows as saws, and the bottom 2 rows as presses, assuming that you can have them like that. What I'll do is I'll place a press there, and see what happens. Saws 1, 2, 3, and then presses 1, 2, 3. We will have a carpenter's table in here for now. We won't probably be running them. That's actually probably a waste of money. Should have done it the other way around, but there you go. At least it'll then be completed. There's an OD. Looks like they've been taking them. Yeah, there we are. I will do a check for tunnels, because I think that would be worthy. And in terms of our workshop, we can see we've got 18 max jobs. 20 is the maximum, the theoretical top limit. What we need to do is get some heating in here as well, because at the moment we just don't have any. So I'll place probably a hot water pipe running along like so, and place a radiator in that corner. Should hopefully be about right. Power will be distributed like so, and then as these are built, it'll connect up there. And there's a random needle that we just found in the corner. What happened to that one? Oh, we just randomly brought in. Fine. Right. So tunnel search. 81 places in total. Mobile phones. It's generally the storage solution of choice for some reason. Still have people awaiting solitary, but no tunnels. Just to double check, remove tunnels. No tunnels removed. Right, okay. So, we haven't got a patrol around the workshop. We don't need it, but we have got a patrol around there. We have the 48 hours, 2 days left for the reduced meal quantity and variation to low. That radiator is currently not getting... No, it's not, because I didn't run it all of the way. So it's going to run to there. We will then set up some more programs. So we're going to go down and find a workshop safety induction and start that. So workshop safety induction, we've got several interested, so I'll run as many Actually, no, we don't, because I believe how many can run? It's 10 places, 16 interested, so we'll run 2 sessions then. Reschedule all sessions while it's still free time. And, yep, those can't be used. Position, yeah, so that's a shame. Right, so, dismantle then, and we'll try something different. So those have been ordered to be dismantled. We'll then place them in here, but I want to try something else. I'm going to dismantle that. I'm not going to get any in yet. So 1, 2 for now. I want to see if that works. We have received some more people, so I just want to quickly check. They're okay in there. Cursory glance. Ex-prison guard. And a snitch. Just on the intake. Good job. We found that early. So, Ryan the Philosopher Fellows. Protective custody. Prison number 022180. Convicted of theft after all, but one book was found to be missing from a library he frequented nightly. Authorities confirmed suspicions when neighbours reported Ryan building a castle of books in his backyard. And also, Duncan Burgess. Ex-prison guard. This prisoner was once a parole officer or some other law enforcement profession. Their life may be in danger. Protective custody. So, looks like we spotted that. They'll be taken to their new cell there. That's good. So, you can see that the foreman is teaching and the people interested have just turned up. Excellent. It does only say 2 there, because it's not assigned them to other things. Obviously, people already have jobs, so yeah. That's why it might be different in at times. So, even though 14 might be interested, which what it is now, they might have other jobs at different times, so they can't do that. So I'm just doing a test there, and yes, it does work. So I wanted to try and I wanted to see if this here would work. So we've got the workshop press right on this corner. So if the bottom is up against a wall, it won't work. But if it's at the top, then it will. So we will go to objects, dismantle, and dismantle these here like so. And then we will place the tables back in on this side. 1, 2, waiting for the dismantling of these. 3, 4, 5. So there's all that, and then what we'll do is we'll go to planning, objects, and we're going to have the objects running up like so. Actually, what I might do, just for the sake of it looking a bit better, is move that right up to the top. Move it to that top corner and do it like that. That would probably be better. Actually, we'll have a gap there. And there we go. Takes a while to dismantle that, doesn't it? Okay, I'm just going to double check the capacity. No problem whatsoever. So let us get some more stuff in. We have 4 grand. Workshop press. And a workshop saw. We will require the extension of the power grid. Not too much of a problem. And there we are. Over to our informants. Potential CI. Andre Rustrider Kessler. We will... Ah, darn it. Can't recruit them to CI because I missed the opportunity. Okay. Andre had an old rusty Fiat Punto. When driving down the street, car revenge for the last 3 years. Without visiting the car service station, dashed the exhaust into pedestrians on the sidewalk. Andrew got convicted for his negligence. 12 years for multiple crimes, including aggravated vehicle theft and joyriding. So at least the blurb actually fits the convictions, which is something we don't normally see. Also, I'm aware that this is still burnt. You can notice that all this is charred. Yes, that can't be mopped up. You can only cover over it. So, yeah. Just going to double check the heat in here. So, where would it be? Logistics temperature. Temperature is 20 degrees. That's perfectly acceptable in the workshop. Obviously, every place that's... Oh. Looks like Tom Bally didn't get their parole. Well, they wouldn't with a 78% reoffending chance. Look at that there. 7 incidents. What? They don't have any traits, surely. Nope, tough and stoical. Yeah, that's why they are like that. Okay. So, we have the workshop not built, but certainly better than we had it. I'm going to keep on using the money that we have to increase this. So, probably the last press in that corner would be fine, and then the saws going up there. We don't have anything else really that we can place in there. Nor do we really need to place anything else. Just going to check on informants. That's a confidential informant. I would really like to activate some of these to get some of the traits, but don't know if it's strictly necessary. With the low meal quantity and variety, obviously we are making some more money, but that's also probably affecting our grading. Health -3, security and punishment, yeah, they're all the same. Reoffending rate has gone down to 34%, which is good. 16 paroled early with an 18% reoffending rate. Statistically, that will probably head up to around the 33% because that is, after all, our parole cutoff. So yeah, we will see. Currently, sleep time. We will do a tunnel search, cheeky tunnel search, because why not? In terms of our guard amount, we have 38 guards. The problem is that we got 28 regular guards, but a fair number of them patrolling. You can also see that staff morale. 18 staff have serious complaints. Staff are not getting paid enough, so it is a factor there. 14 staff are happy with their job. So we do need to give them that pay rise, and I am going to put that pay rise to the proper whatever they should be paid to really offset that, because then if they're not getting paid enough and that morale goes low, they can get a horrible mood effect. Hang on, let's see if I can find them. Why can't I see the effect? That's because I've probably got the flooring thing open. Yeah. So pissed off because of food. Pissed off. Tired. Staff prefer to rest in staff room. Yeah. It's not saying. Is that guy called Caboose? Yes, they are. And what's the dog called? Murphy. Aw. Yeah, you can see the needs on them. Mainly it's food and warmth when they're on the outside. Yeah. But it's yeah, something that we need to take note of, because if their morale is low, it means that they are lazy and, well, they're not lazy, by mistake, misspoke. They are not really too bothered about doing their job correctly, because, well, they're not getting paid enough, and why bother is what their sort of thought process is. And that means you can miss a lot of stuff, so we really don't want that. I've removed the tunnels there. What I'm going to do is go over to our deployment here, and I'm going to go to patrols, blue patrol, and set a blue patrol right in the centre, which will patrol along and across and then back up, and then actually I'll probably patrol to the end there, like so. And then we're going to set up a guard patrol at the rating 1, which is the work/free time. So there's only people in the workshop at work/free time. That's not a problem. Obviously, we do have the metal detector there to stop stuff coming out. One could argue that you could just get rid of that metal detector because eventually you'll find it there, but not necessarily, because it could be stolen from there and then stashed in here and then used to dig, which would be all kinds of bad. There has been... Oh! Tot Hill is now kicking off. They have knocked the parole lawyer and the parole officer unconscious. And what is interesting to see is that there's no guards there whatsoever. Why are they running parole there then? Parole is from 6 till 9. Not what I originally thought it was. So I'll have to change that schedule. Okay. For a start, guard response over there. That'll do for now. And 6 to 9. Is it 9 to 10? Exactly when is it though? Starts at 6. Finishes at 10 technically. So yeah. So we need to start there. What I'll do then is, for our deployment, for the patrols, I'm going to set it to 5 to 10. Because if we set it from exactly when they start, it might not work because of the travel time. Although, to be fair, that won't really matter because it takes a couple of hours. You could, I guess, technically have it a lot less at the start. So we'll leave it that actual hours there. Problem is obviously that's tied up to the workshop, which I'm not going to alter because it's far too much effort for one guard. Right. So we now have people working in here, which is good. Only 2 of them though. On the first one you can see there, but the second one a lot better. People there. We could also start some more kitchen safety and hygiene. Not going to run more foundation education programs. Pharmacological treatment, drug addiction. Happy to say that there are, well, not happy to say there's 10 in the queue, but I'm happy to say that there are people wanting to do that, and that we have a 100% pass rate, which is excellent. Alcoholic group therapy, 13 in the queue, but only 1 attending because probably people are working. Parole hearing on the go there. We've got 52%. 52 passed, which is a 25% pass ratio. Carpentry apprenticeship. One of them is interested and qualified, which is strange. And nobody wants to do the general education qualification. Haven't done a taser rollout because we don't have the technology, nor do we really need to. So I think we will leave it there. Didn't get this workshop completed, but certainly got it further on than what I thought it would have been. You can see that we have not done any of the license plate production, but we are bringing in the metal. We are starting to turn the stacks of sheet metal into the license plate blanks, which will then be transferred over here and pressed into license plates, which obviously will then be sold, not only giving us the money from them being processed and sold, but also from the money from this grant being done, which is 10 grand. You can see that they are now happily chopping stuff up, and hopefully they'll be working on the press. Yes, we are now producing license plates. You can see we're now under 20, 30%, 30, 60, oh, that's going up 40%, 50%. Wow, we might even get it done in this work day. 60%, this would be really good if we get it done. I'm happy that we have people working in here. 76%, 80%. Darn it. 80%. Just the last 20%. But at least we got that done in one day, and that's now going to be sold. So that will be done for next episode, that grant. We do only own, sadly, 70% of our prisons, so we can only sell another couple more bits. We will reduce this, increase our meal quantity and variety. Probably. Because I want to get them well fed to get that health up. But you can see security's high, reform's high, punishment's high. On that person anyway. Punishment and security's quite high on them. Punishment and security. So not too bad. Not too bad overall. Either way, we will leave it there. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video on the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.